Fade in on Harbor Vale, a sleepy town in coastal Maine. Its residents continually harrowed by an unyielding mist that intrudes from the Atlantic. And, much like the town, veiled by this persistent precipitation, its residents veil secrets of their own.
Secrets of an ancestral curse and the desire to embrace it.
Secrets of justice, distributed in the shadows.
Secrets of newfound duty and a life left behind.
Secrets of bestial instinct, clawing its way to the surface.
And as we cast our eyes towards these silent secrets, we shall delve even deeper into what truly transpires down by the bay. Welcome to These Silent Secrets. My name is Zach, and I will be your MC. Where last we left off, our friends were at the party of Xavier Cipriano. Isla did some poking around, Avery did some prying, Jason did some drinking, and Kanan did a little flirting. Be advised, this episode of These Silent Secrets continues scenes of underage drinking. But with all that put aside, let us dive in to this next episode of These Silent Secrets down by the bay. So you have just walked into Salvatore Cipriano's bedroom. What are you looking to find here?
Some dirt.
Some dirt. Okay. So where are you looking throughout this room?
I think Isla first goes to the nightstands.
Awesome. So you go to the nightstands. I mean, it's very quick to easy to realize, like, there's only shit on like one side of the bed, like only one of like the stands at the end tables have anything on it. It's not like a well-kept secret that like 6 months ago or so, Xavier's mom divorced the dad. And so Sal is pretty much rocking the single father life. So that's a little bit. You've got some like past due alimony sort of letters in the bedside table. You see his wedding ring is sitting in there. That's at least what's in the bedside table.
I think she registers that, but is going to keep going while she's not being bothered. So first drawer of the dresser, please.
Awesome. So you go first drawer of the dresser. It's the underwear drawer. It's all tighty-whities.
It's a panty raid.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Killer. No, you sort of feel around in there. You find a like a picture frame of like him and his ex-wife. The glass is a little cracked on it, and it's sort of just kind of hidden underneath everything in there. But you're not finding anything super. What's the word we're looking for? You're not finding
scandalous.
He's scandalous. You're not finding like a smoking gun in his underwear drawer. It's a big enough house you could assume that he also probably has like an office or something like that, where maybe he does a little bit of like his bookkeeping and stuff. But like you're not gonna find anything super like indicting here.
All right. Well, then she's gonna make her way out.
Awesome. So you make your way out into the hallway. Gael and Mia are still just kind of doing their thing. They've been planted here since you got here, and it does not look like they are leaving anytime soon.
Isla walks past and says, I love the dedication, guys. Really great work.
They don't even stop, and both of them just reach out their hands and flip you off.
She does it
as
back.
you go down. As you walk down, they don't see it. And do you go back downstairs? Or you?
Yeah, let's go back downstairs.
Awesome. So you head back down the stairs. The party is going. You see across the room, just kind of Isla clocks the two quiet, bookish kids are now sort of sitting there talking shyly about this and that. You've got Jason who's in the kitchen cracking open a cold one with your arch enemy's son, and Avery's not there. Where does Isla head?
She's gonna go get a drink.
Goes to the drink. Goes get a drink. You walk into the kitchen. You join Jason, Xavier, and Austin, who are sitting there. There are a few other people, from different homerooms and classes that you don't know super well. But those are the big three that you see at the moment. You walk in. Austin Butler goes, Isla Hart is in the house.
It's about to get deep.
93.5, The Deep. What's going on? Do you need, is the music you?
Is it that obvious?
Yeah, no, he looks over at Xavier. He goes, yeah, I told him not to set up a fucking Pandora playlist. And Xavier just kind of shakes his head. Do you need anything?
She does a scan and lands on the case that Jason brought.
Of the Miller High Life? Awesome.
The champagne of beers?
The champagne of beers.
You live the high life? Hell yeah. And I'll just go ahead and toss her one.
Cracks it open.
You toss the glass bottle for Xavier, second. Xavier goes, oh no. Okay, we're good. Glass broken at a party is never a good thing. Heart, Xavier says to you.
Cipriano.
What you doing here?
I brought the playlist. Are you that mad?
I mean, like part of me wants to not have a problem with you, but you seem to really have a problem with me and my family, so a little bit.
I just think that there's better things to do than go to a family fun center.
Okay, then don't fucking go to the family fun center. Why you gotta drag us on the radio all the fucking time?
Hey, drama sells.
Uh-huh. And he drinks the rest of his beer and sort of sets it down on the counter. And walks over towards Austin, and Austin knowingly starts making him another drink. Austin looks at you and goes, so yeah, how look, I've never gotten a chance to ask you this. How the fuck did that happen? You just got here a month and a half ago, and you're on the radio already. That's incredible. That's really what?
I think we can all agree that I'm very charming and have, a very intoxicating voice.
Yeah, you do.
Thanks, Austin.
You're welcome.
Anything else from you boys?
No.
Yeah, this entire conversation, Jason has been kind of awkwardly triangling this argument. It's been
very good.
And no, good to see you. The playlist kicks ass, so I'm glad you're here.
Thank you so much. You can listen to more of that on the weekends at 7 o'clock on 95.3 The Deep.
Oh, I know when your show is. Don't worry about that.
I know. It just sounds so good, doesn't it?
It does. You said it right here. Oh, this is so cool.
Austin's she talks like she's doing a commercial. It's awesome.
Commercials sound like how she talks, man.
Fuck, you're right. Shit. He sort of laughs and starts mixing himself another drink. Awesome. Well, hey, if you need anything, Miss Isla Hart, I'm behind the bar tonight. So, and he sort of coyly flicks like a dish rag over his shoulder, trying to seem smooth, but he's not smooth. And he flicks the toothpick in his mouth a little bit.
Cheers. And she walks out to the yard.
Awesome. So you open up the sliding door and head out towards the back patio. Mm-hmm. Awesome. So yeah, this is a good way to segue into what's happening there. So you step out. The fire is going, and you see Avery, you see Tucker, and you see Elsie, who are sitting in sort of the built-in sort of bench that surrounds the fire. Avery, you see as Isla steps out from the house.
I think, Avery will give a nod. Isla has asked Avery for advice before, and so they know each other. Avery and Isla go back, and I also think that Avery, once her job was done with Tucker, actually kind of took a step back and just kind of just let him deal with what they talked about on his own.
Cool. Awesome. So are you still out there, or did you leave?
Oh yeah, no. I'm still out by the fire, but I don't think I'm in Tucker's vicinity as much anymore.
Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, you're just kind of meandering, looking at what's the word when people have fancy bushes?
Hedges?
Is it topiary? Is that the word? Well, I mean hedges, but when they're made to look like stuff.
Oh, fancy hedges.
Yeah, fancy hedges. I think topiary is the word. Thank you.
Hedges.
Yeah, you look at some of the fancy topiary. Isla, who are you going to talk? Do you go to talk to anyone out here?
Yeah, I'm actually going to talk to Avery.
Awesome. So yeah, you find Avery over by some fancy hedges. Just kind of looking at him.
Isla walks over and says, "Please tell me you'll drink this. This is disgusting," and holds up the champagne of beers.
Oh man.
I mean, yeah. I think I'm off duty for the night. And Avery will grab it and she'll take a sip and it's fine. She's gonna nurse it.
Avery, I have a proposal.
Interesting.
Do I do an advice column on my show?
Isla, you might as well just offer me $1 million.
I can't pay you that. I'm very sorry. It's local radio.
That is, that's kind of exactly what I want. That would be amazing. Isla, thank you.
Of course. I mean, it's new, so I have to work out the details.
Of course.
But you can, gather some juicy tidbits. Maybe we'll take some callers.
Wow. Well, I would have helped you a lot earlier if I knew that this was what was in it for me.
Well, I was keeping all the best advice for the right moment.
Well, we'll talk then. I think that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're always here at parties, always, doing free therapy, so I thought that you could at least get paid for it.
That's not why I do it, though. Don't get me wrong, getting paid is never something to shy away from, but that's not why I like to help people.
Oh, am I getting the exclusive? The breaking news?
I don't know. Are you going to report it?
This is off the record.
Then, sure. You can have the breaking news. I think I have a gift, I guess, of just being able to talk to people, knowing what they need to hear. And people tell me that I shouldn't use it.
Well, then should I have you on my show?
I want to prove to them that they're wrong. And what better way to do that than every weekend, at 7.
And weekdays at 3.
Of course, how could I forget?
I'm surprised you did.
I can never forget. It's the first thing that pops up in my car when I go home.
Oh, a loyal listener. I love that. Say, do you want to...
the most entertaining thing on the radio.
Oh my god, Avery. Do you want to, crash this party?
I would love to know what you meant by that.
I don't know. We could see if there's some secrets hiding around. A beer, like a funnel tube thing, some flip cup. Get the party started. Unleash the beast, I heard earlier.
A rager, then.
A rager! Yes! God, I love the way your brain works.
I could be persuaded to help you with that.
Perfect.
For something better than the champagne of beers.
Thank God.
Awesome. So do you go, I'm assuming, head towards the kitchen to get a fresh beverage then?
I don't know. I think that might be the reward for getting the rager started.
Sure.
Oh, gotcha. Awesome. So Kanan, you and Alexandria are sitting there sort of having your little school chit-chat. How long does that continue on for? Is that you're planted for the evening sort of a thing?
I'm kind of planted. I also like to imagine that when Isla said unleash the beast outside, Kanan's inside, like...
Yeah, it was something inside you. It was one of those moments of, someone has said my name.
Like the anime, like...
It's very good.
And I'm kind of to Alexandria, I'm after I just chugged the rest of my drink, nervously, I'm kind of hey, my stomach is a little upset. I'm going to go get a ginger ale. Do you want anything? Do you want one, or...
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm drinking orange Fanta. So yeah, another one would be nice. Do you want me? I can go with you.
Do you want to?
Oh, like the ad.
Yeah. Sorry, that was dumb.
No, that'd be great. And yeah, she starts walking with you towards the kitchen. You walk in there. You see Jason sort of posted up with Xavier drinking some beer. As you should come in.
Hey, Xavier, Austin. I guess you're the mix man tonight.
Yeah. What's up?
Do you have any ginger ale?
Yeah. Is that all you're looking for?
Yeah, just ginger ale. Yeah.
You drank that a little too fast, didn't you?
And I kind of am doing the eye sweep between him and Alexandria, where I'm kind of embarrassed about it, and I give him a silent nod, yes.
Cool, I got you. He looks at Alexandria. He goes, Alexandria Milligan, what do you need? She goes, just an orange Fanta would be nice, please, and thank you. Cool, coming right up. And he pours you the drinks. He gets you some ice, hands them over to you. During this time, Jason, you clock that Tucker comes in from the backyard, comes to add a little something to the cup that Avery brought him. Just a little something.
No.
Hey, Avery doesn't get to decide whether or not Tucker's not drinking. Only he gets to decide that.
Well, I think the first thing that Jason is going to do before that is that he's going to see Kanan come in. And he's going to be like, Kanan, did you drink? Kanan, did you drink alcohol?
My mom wanted me to, so I had a drink.
The beast is being unleashed before our very eyes.
No.
Austin goes, let's not say unleash. She had a tequila sunrise. It's
You had liquor, Kanan?
The beast is on the leash. He's coming inside from his walk.
Also, I am so sorry. Are you still good to do Daft Punk this Halloween?
I thought we were gonna do Odo. I wanted to be Odo from Deep Space Nine, man.
Who is that?
know,
I'm sorry. You told me to watch this show, and I haven't.
Yeah, Odo and Quark. Because you're like kind of the wild one, and I want to keep things in order and keep the station running well.
Okay.
Well, I guess with Daft Punk I can wear a mask, so that might be not too bad.
That's true, but it's going to be a very flashy mask, and people are going to be looking at you a lot. But it's really hard to take off, so you can't drink as much.
Well, so I'm not super familiar with those rappers. Do they talk at all, or?
Ooh, well, we've already made a mistake. So it's not. Look, I've got the discography at my house. I'll show you the rest. I'll show you more of their music when we get back. You're gonna love them. They never talk. They wear masks. People for the longest time, people didn't even know who they were. It was great.
Kanan is immediately like, oh,
yeah.
I think I could do that. Yeah.
And I'm gonna like lean past and like see that Alexandria Milligan is also here. And I'm gonna be like, Kanan, were you talking to someone at this party?
Dude, shut up.
Were you making friends?
I'm trying. I'm doing my best, man.
I knew the beast was getting unleashed. I didn't know it was gonna be a fox,
God,
dude.
you gotta stop saying that.
Alexandra's face goes bright red, and she sort of puts her head down towards her cup.
I like put an arm around Kanan. I'm like, Millie, you gotta watch out for this one, okay?
Way too loud. I'm like, let's get you that orange soda.
And I like hands up, and I'm like finger gunning away.
Austin's like, yeah, there you go, man. And during this bit of the conversation, Gael walks into the room, and as he passes by Tucker, just full on swats the cup out of his hand. Just hits the ground. His drink goes everywhere. Tucker looks at Gael for just a moment, and hands are on Gael's shirt. Gael is up and on top of the island. The two of you outside hear the breaking of glass as Gael's body has just been thrown on top of the countertop, knocking a bunch of glass bottles off.
When this happens, Kanan is actually going to like dominantly step in front of Alexandria.
So you sort of go protector mode and sort of like cover her?
And like I'm almost a little embarrassed about it because it was more of reflex than anything, but Kanan's like, whoa.
Awesome. So Kanan goes into protector mode. Jason, do you do anything after seeing this very quick series of events?
I like take a couple steps back immediately, and then I like slowly kind of like once they sort of like are they like just still like going at her? Or is there kind of like a pause as he's like mounted up there?
Gael is like at this point like did not expect that. And at this point, like, you know, like was standing and is now flat on their back, like on a countertop, quicker than they realized what happened. So they're sort of sitting there very confused, and Tucker is just looking down at them with fucking fire in his eyes.
I'm gonna kind of like shoulder my way like into like the side of this and be like, hey guys, so I'm getting some really bad vibes from what's going on here, and I don't think you should be doing this.
Tucker like looks to you that same like he's not differentiating who's like an enemy and who's a friend at the moment, and just fucking like stares your ass down. Goes, you fucking tell that to them. They started this shit. They want to fucking rub my nose and whatever the fuck they did. You fucking tell them. And he lets go and just takes a couple fucking like steps back and is just raging. We're gonna scoot real quick to the outside. You hear that glass breaking. Do you guys do anything?
I guess someone already had that idea.
Well, wherever there's drama, I like to be.
It's like he read my mind.
And I'll head in.
Same.
Awesome. So you head in to see the sort of aftermath at this point. You see Kanan, who's sort of got like an arm in front of Alexandria. You see Austin, who like is just drenched at this point. Like all of the like the liquid on the counter poured over onto him. He's got a broken glass around his feet. Xavier just looks pissed that his kitchen got ruined. It's wet, and you see Gael on the countertop. Jason's sort of like in like this weird stooped like intermediate position, and Tucker's just taken a few steps back and sort of has his hands up.
I'll like walk up to Tucker, and I'll kind of get right in front of Tucker, like in between Gael, and I just kind of like put my hands up, not quite touching Tucker, but this is not what I meant when I said you had to deal with this.
Why is everyone fucking coming to me telling me how I should be dealing with this after they started this shit? I don't fucking get it.
They have their own shit to deal with.
Okay, no, you weren't here. You don't know what fucking happened. They want to start shit all the fucking time, and it's pissing me off. And he fucking is making his way back out to the outside. He's clearly really angry, very upset. And Gael just gets off the countertop, like just like a shit-eating grin on their face. It's like, that kid needs to learn to control his emotions.
Ooh, I walk up to Gael.
Okay.
How are you? That seemed pretty intense. Do you need to talk about it?
I was just having some good-natured fun, and then I was thrown on top of a counter. So
why does hurting someone feel like fun to you?
Is that a shutdown roll?
Yeah.
All right, hit it.
Oh, I'm not cold though, so that is only a 9.
Only
so
a 9.
That is
so that is a partial success. So yeah, folks at home. So when rolling, we've covered failures. So pretty much a 1 to 6 would be classified as a failure. A 7 to 9 is a partial success, and a 10 upwards is a full success. And depending on where you land, sort of in the partial or full success, you sort of get different options. So Avery, so you roll to shut someone down. You rolled a 9. Mm-hmm. So on a 7 to 9. You choose one from the list below, but you come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return. So your choices are: they lose a string on you. If they have no strings on you, gain 1 on them. They gain a condition, or you take 1 forward on them. 1 forward being like a +1 to the next roll that you do either against them or for them.
I'm gonna take a string.
Awesome. So you take a string on Gael.
And I actually, real quick, I forgot about one of my moves. Merely this. Every time you learn someone's fear, anxiety, or grief through moves or otherwise, take a string. So I also have a string on Tucker right now.
Yes, you do.
So I have a string on both Tucker and Gael.
Cool. Now, strings, folks at home, are that sort of... they can take many forms. They can be like a tangible, real-world object, or they could be like a secret that you learn about someone. They're that sort of social currency or power that we hold over each other. And these strings can be pulled to tempt others to do what you'd like. They can be used to bolster rolls that you're making against them. They have a lot of different uses. So you have a string on Gael. Mm-hmm. He sort of looks you up and down, and he sort of kicks their glasses back up around their eyes and go, "'Cause it's fun." I'm trying to think of what condition they're going to give you. Don't think that I don't see you trying to play therapist with people. Messing with people's minds isn't just my idea of fun. It's also yours. I think the condition that you're going to get is prying. And he sort of like flicks whatever liquid he's got left on their shirt off and walks out of the kitchen. Xavier's like, fuck, man. All right, I'll get the fucking mop. Shit.
When things like calm down and I see that like the tension is kind of let away, I kind of like go over to Xavier. I'm like, hey man, do you need help cleaning this up?
Fuck yeah, I'd appreciate that.
I also want to help.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Austin, is anything left? And Austin's like, no, it's all literally every bottle broke. So, all right, I'll go for a fucking run. Shit.
Do And like as soon as Austin says that, I'm like, do you still have Fanta?
Yeah, no, the 2 liters are fine. He sort of picks up the 2 liters that were capped still, and there you go. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna go out and make a run for stuff.
Before I start cleaning, I pour some of the Fanta and then hand it over to Alexandria. And I'm like, hey, here you go. Sorry, I'm gonna help him clean up.
Yeah, no, that's really nice of you. So
Once Alexandria is done with the Fanta, I'm going to ask for it as well.
For some Fanta?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you can get yourself some
Cool.
Fanta.
I pour some of the Fanta into my bottle of Miller High Life, and I say it's orange soda and the champagne of beers. It's a mimosa.
Oh
and then
my
God. Oh God, Nicole's face is priceless right now.
I think Nicole, needs to roll to keep my cool.
Kanan's just like, I don't drink a lot, man, but I don't think that's how. Okay, and then I just like get down and start like mopping stuff.
I'll try to collect glass with like a broom if there's one around.
Yeah, no, he Xavier leads you over to like where like the mop and the broom are kept in like a little closet off the kitchen. He grabs the mop out and gets you like a little bucket. Austin grabs like his keys from like a close by counter and pockets them. I'll be back in a bit, and Austin heads out to go and retrieve more alcohol since the rest of it was destroyed.
I kind of like pause Austin real quick and just kind of look at him. You're okay to drive, right?
Oh yeah, no, I've like sipped one drink all night. I like to be clear-headed while I'm mixing, make sure that, people aren't getting overserved. Like when people get drunk and then they're kind of like, oh, just might as well chug-a-lug it in.
Wow. That's do you do that at every party?
For the most part, yeah. I take the whole drink responsibly sort of thing kind of seriously, so.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, it's like the least people should do, right?
You would think so. I'll let you go.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be back in like 30 minutes maybe.
Does he say that loud enough for like everybody to hear, or is this like a private conversation?
I mean, it's like happening on the other side of the kitchen. There's music happening. There's people talking. A lot of like back and forth about what the fuck just happened in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're, you can in theory hear it. They're not too far from you.
I would imagine if Kanan heard that, I kind of like give him like a look, like didn't expect this exchange at all, or those words to leave his mouth, and I'm kind of like really appreciative of him, like. Wow, that's really cool of him.
Yeah, awesome. He looks like a fuckboy, but he's kind of a nice dude. So yeah, he departs, and Xavier and Jason and Kanan sort of start cleaning up the kitchen. Avery, Isla, what are you two up to?
So Isla found an iPhone on the way over and has recorded the whole fight.
You just found an iPhone?
She's a collector.
Very good. I would say that this iPhone at this point probably doesn't have service, but you've definitely got the video at least.
For later.
Yeah.
The fact that it was in someone's pocket does not detract from the fact that she found
where
it.
I found it.
What she didn't say is that she stole it. Yeah.
So good.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Awesome. So yeah, you got the video of that, or well, you got the aftermath. What you saw of it, yeah. Which was mainly a lot of people talking to Tucker and him getting very pissed off and leaving. But you got a good video of the aftermath of the fucking glass all over the floor.
That's all I need.
Gael sitting on the counter, and then the Gael and Avery exchange before Gael left. And then, that's what you got on video.
So I pull Avery. I said, I need to get the party restarted now.
Yeah, that's going to be a challenge. Not impossible, but a challenge for sure. Definitely brought the mood down.
Well,
what do you suggest?
Literally no alcohol left?
There's this.
I was waiting on it.
But I don't think it's enough for everybody.
Are you saying this out loud, or is this like a hushed conversation to the side?
It could be loud.
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
I mean, at least loud enough for Jason to hear.
Xavier looks like sort of sits there and like sighs. He goes, "Yeah, shit." And he like reaches into like gets up and goes to like the junk drawer in the kitchen and pulls out like a little ring of keys and tosses it to one of you. Down in the den, my dad's cabinet's there. I'll just send Austin a text to grab stuff to replace it. Cool.
Perfect.
So grab like 2 or 3 bottles, bring it up, let me know what it is so I can get it replaced, please.
Yeah, sure
We're
thing.
on it.
Okay. it.
Isla's just like dancing. And
Give me the keys, give me the keys, give me the keys.
But yeah, so I think Isla and Avery are heading down to the den.
We sure are.
Yeah, it's sort of like it goes to a lower level, kind of like that split level, where it's 5 or 6 steps down to like a sort of like half basement sort of area. And yeah, against the far wall there is a little liquor cabinet. You can see a bunch of nice bottles of some nice liquor in there with the little key on one of the doors, and yeah.
Wow, it looks like there's a lot of money in the family fun center business.
Well, that's what happens when you're the literal only thing to do in a small town.
Well, there's more things to do.
I know, you've been telling us about them on your show.
Oh yeah, you listen.
I didn't know that you could go crabbing here.
Yeah.
What is crabbing? This is Zach asking.
When you go and catch crabs.
Oh, it's just going and catching crabs? Oh, cool.
Crabbing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great anymore, but...
So, this whole radio show gig, that's pretty cool.
Thank you. I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, how did you even get that?
Well, I needed a job because, wanted a car in college and all that stuff, so I've always been told I have, the voice, and also, whatever it means by I have the face for radio.
Oh, that's not wow, that must have hurt.
No, it was fine. Isn't that good?
Let's just say I don't agree with that statement. I think whoever said that was probably just trying to get on your nerves or something,
So that's a bad thing. Okay, yeah, so I went in and, asked for a job. I would,
You just
pick
asked.
the music. Well, I mean, have you been into the radio station? There's not many people in there.
And I can't say I have, actually.
Well, it's Mark, who is probably high most of the time, so I don't even think he really knows my name. But yeah, it was easy.
Well, I admire your tenacity because, truthfully, the radio's kind of sucked in this town for a long time.
So I've heard, and that's kind of not what I want my show to be,
Yeah, well, hey, I certainly appreciate it. So,
see, it's listeners like you.
So what do you say to Jägermeister?
Yay, Germeister.
I'm gonna forget you said that. Here. Yeah, so I think Avery just grabs like some whiskey, like Jaeger, like the kind of hard stuff.
Yeah, you grab like some like not. I'm trying to think of things that are fancier than Crown Royal. You grab like some Woodford Reserve. You grab a bottle of Jaeger, and you grab like a nice thing of like Tanqueray, and head upstairs. Then, yeah.
I think so. I do.
So Isla says, "Well, I'll grab some, and I'll meet you up there."
All right, sounds good. I guess just remember to lock up. I don't want Xavier to send me an invoice.
Yeah, of course. Just the keys here.
Yeah.
She points to the counter.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you up there with more booze.
See you soon.
Mwahaha.
She does that in character.
Sorry,
Avery's like, what?
What did you say?
No, sorry. That was Mariah. That was Mariah's. So sorry.
So cutting back up to the kitchen where Kanan, Jason, and Xavier are cleaning the floor up while Alexandria is like trying to help, but is more getting in the way than anything. And so she resolves to just kind of stay out of the way. So yeah, what all is happening up there?
Kanan's actually very quiet. Like, this whole thing is kind of a little upsetting for him, all this like male testosterone flying off.
So we've got a Kanan who's not brooding, but is a little upset, sitting there cleaning the floor.
My hackles are up.
The hackles are up.
Yeah.
There you are. And then we got Jason. What's Jason up to over there?
Jason is cleaning with like the opposite vibe of Kanan. Like Jason has a very like whatever happens kind of vibe, and it's just like, well,
Very
that was
laissez-faire.
unfortunate, but we got more party to go, so it's fine.
So Kanan sadly, Jason chipperly clean up the kitchen.
The sooner this kitchen is clean, the sooner we can get back to the party.
Xavier finishes like mopping up, goes into the closet and pulls out like a dry mop to kind of go over everything so it's not super slick. And then it's like, all right, well, we're open for business, I guess. So thanks for the help. I do actually really, really appreciate that, because that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, no problem. Do we know if Tucker's gonna come back?
As far as you're aware, Tucker is just kind of in the backyard, like just fucking walking it off. Mm-hmm. He hasn't come back in, so he's either out back still or he fucking left.
Okay.
That much has not become clear yet.
Should someone go talk to him? Someone else go talk to him?
I think that's Avery business. I feel like I don't feel like I'm gonna make it better for him.
I don't know what I would say. I've never been in this kind of situation, so
I'll lean around to Alexandria and I say, Millie, you want to go talk to him?
I can try.
You don't have to do that. I was trying to make a point of nobody here has to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Tucker does. I don't think Tucker actively dislikes me, but I don't think I would give him the reassuring talk that he probably needs or wants right now.
You're probably right.
Kanan's just kind of like behind her, like, yeah, hard same.
Avery, I would say at this point you probably pop up with the few bottles you grabbed from the liquor cabinet.
Yeah, I put it all down on the counter. Actually, I don't put it on the island. I put it over by the wall, like next to the sink,
where this can't happen again.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. He sits there and goes, yeah, that's probably for the best. Yeah, and Austin just likes to be able to it's like a bar. He likes to feel like he's behind the bar. So
yeah, I hear you, but
it didn't work
bartenders
out
have
well,
to pay
yes.
for broken bottles, you know. So.
Yeah.
Is Guile hurt? I mean, and I kind of like nervously look at Jason, like I don't want to feel like I'm betraying the captain of the volleyball team, but I'm also concerned that like Guile's back might be messed up from being slammed onto glass.
But it doesn't appear that a lot like glass stayed on the counter. Like when he got thrown up,
it just knocked
bottles
everything
got
down.
knocked off, and then they hit the ground and broke. It doesn't. Yeah, he didn't crush a glass bottle with his body. It's more him being thrown up there knocked everything off.
I think Kanan would still have that same concern of
totally fair.
We don't need to like take him to the doctor or anything, or do they need to?
They seemed like they walked it off pretty fine, so
okay,
I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, and I just completely listen to Jason on that.
They also seem like they're pretty good at masking, so whether or not they are hurt, I don't think they'd let us know.
Yeah. Well, if you're hurt, why would you hide it? That just doesn't seem like good survival instincts.
It's not. Some people feel like they have to. They have to be strong. They have to be one thing, and in order to stay that way, they do things they're not supposed to do, things that aren't healthy.
Speaking of not healthy, and I kind of like eyeing Jason again, like this was your suggestion, like Tucker I think is outside, and I was wondering if like one of us should check on him. Just someone in this room should go.
Sure, I'll go talk to him.
Someone else in this room should go.
I'll go. You want me to go? I'll do it.
No, Jason, because we have to. Did you finish the homework? And I'm like kind of pulling you off to the side.
Oh, no. And then like I come with him.
As soon as you say that, Jason or Kanan's kind of like, yeah, because wait, really? You didn't finish the homework?
We had homework? I thought it was a weekend, and like I just thought they didn't assign any this time.
That's not, dude. Okay.
I think Avery's
Fridays
just sitting there like
fun.
watching, just like.
I usually don't check my like agenda book until like Sunday.
I will. Okay, two things. One, I'm proud of you for having an agenda book. Two,
if I don't write stuff down, I'll forget.
Forget everything I just said. Hey, and I just like pick up my ginger ale and I like look back at Alexandria. I'm like, do you want to tell me more about the spelling bee or something? I'm sorry, I'm just a little upset.
Yeah, no, spelling bees, it got so big they actually made a whole musical about it. Let me tell you, it's pretty great.
What? I'm just like so excited about that.
They chat. So there's some shenanigans happening downstairs.
Who's to say?
Hey, Isla, what you up to?
So I know that I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to gaze.
Oh, you're gonna do a gaze.
Yes.
All right. So, folks at home, this is so there are moves that everyone can use. One of them, like we've seen a few, shut someone down, and I think that was about the only ones we've seen so far today. Keep your cool. Where the other was another one. So, Gaze in the Abyss is a move that uses the Dark stat. And that it looks different sort of depending on the character, but it's sort of that preternatural sense that kind of helps give you sort of a little bit of a guiding hand towards info or some hints towards what you're trying to accomplish. So you're gazing into the abyss.
Yes, I'm looking for incriminating evidence that would point to their pollution dumping, the Cipriano's Family Fun Center's pollution dumping, and that is a 9.
That is a 9.
Yes.
So, let me pull my reference sheet up. So, on a 7 and 9. So, let's see. On a 7 and 9, the Abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answers nonetheless. Awesome. So, you, what does it look like for Isla to gaze?
Yeah. So, on Isla's left forearm, bicep, I guess, she has what looks like scales, and she's passed it off as a tattoo. But when she gazes, the scales cover her arms and her chest.
Oh, so they kind of
yes,
sort of skitter down.
Like they lay on top of each other and move down.
That's pretty cool. Sick. So you gaze, and sort of inwardly, what does this look like? So the exterior, you sort of scale up a bit.
Yeah. In my vision,
in your mind's eye.
Yes, it's dark water. It's like the deep.
Deep.
The ocean floor. Not much light, but there are some sun rays
awesome.
pointing
So,
through.
oh god, what are those? Remember in Finding Nemo?
The anglerfish?
No, those fish that like there's like when they like get the big schools and they sort of like
tuna.
You know, like they like. Are those tuna?
Isn't it tuna?
That's sort of that they swim in the really tight sort of flocks, like those birds that fly in like
some
big waves
fish.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it almost looks like that. You know, a bunch of fish that are schooled together and are sort of flowing, and as they go, these images begin to emerge. So as you're going, you're seeing the back of the Cipriano Family Fun Center. It flashes by. You understand the location. You see something you've picked up over your time. You know, Isla has gotten very minded since landing on land. And I feel like you've probably spent some time at least figuring out how the humans do it. Mm-hmm. Like what's good, what's bad, what doesn't work. Most places that if they've like restaurants, when they've got grease that they get rid of, there's a special like receptacle outside that gets dumped into, and people come to retrieve that. But you see it what looks like deep fryers flash through, and foodstuffs, and just this big gack of oil sort of goes floating through your vision, and all of that rushes down a storm drain through the pipes and out into the sea. So he's clearly not following guidelines in regards to what's what I'm looking for, disposing of his waste.
Yeah,
at least in that regard.
Is there anything in the vision that shows me something in this room?
You're not seeing anything in den-wise. If he's keeping a lot of... if there's incriminating stuff to find, it would either be in like an office here, or it would be at the business itself.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll come out of that vision, and the scales will kind of retreat back into that tattoo.
So they sort of shuffle back up the arm and find a resting space.
I'll grab a couple bottles so that they're in my hand. Mm-hmm. Are there any doors in the den?
In the den, no. This looks like it's got the set of stairs down, like it's a basement. But if you explore the first floor, there's probably some extra stuff up there that you haven't quite gotten to yet.
Okay.
There's that attic space that you also haven't gone to.
Well, for all of my hard work, I'm going to take a souvenir.
Awesome.
So I'll take like a silver candlestick.
Awesome. Yeah. No. Yeah. You find. Yeah. It's like the mantle downstairs, like in the den where like a fireplace is. It's a nice shandy. What's the word? A nice shiny candlestick like holder that's sort of sitting there. Looks like it's honestly probably worth something, but you just kind of want it for your collection, I'm assuming.
Exactly. Yes.
And you pocket that in your big ass pockets.
Yeah.
You bring your bottles upstairs.
Is that a
And
candlestick in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Ayo.
Both.
Isla Hart in the hall with the candlestick.
Hey. Fantastic. So you rejoin the party. I'm assuming you locked the cabinet back up, or cool. So you locked the cabinet. You what did you grab from the cabinet?
I took like some tequila, some Tito's.
Awesome. Oh, nice.
Your light liquor.
Yeah, white people love their Tito's. Right?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How many keys are on this key ring?
Not many. It looks like like key ring, maybe like a key to if he like. It's a lot of like uninteresting silver and gold keys. Like one might be to like a gun case if he's got like a gun to like hunt with, or
Yeah,
They're kind of just lame.
Nothing
One
crazy,
gives you
just
guns.
the access to the gun. Yeah. There's a souvenir. Jeez.
Like where this case would be, you're not sure if it is to a gun case. It's just like looks like the random odds and ends. The key to the liquor cabinet, key to the random padlocks that they might have in like a shed out back, like just a bunch of like the random sort of stuff that you don't want to like carry on your key ring every day.
So
with your house keys and stuff.
Could I take one and they not notice?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'll do it.
All right, which one are you taking? Just grabbing a random one.
I guess I don't know. Yeah, a random key.
Yeah. So you just grab a random key and you have a candlestick and
a key.
And a key, and you head upstairs.
That's right.
But what souvenir did you get from the party? This Glock.
It was party favors.
Click, click, blah, blah, blah.
A noisemaker.
Awesome. So you bring a shit ton of liquor upstairs. You've got luckily most of the mixers because they were all in like plastic bottles and stuff. So unless they were like uncapped when shit happened, which like a couple, like the Diet Coke, it kind of went everywhere because he was using it to mix a drink at the time. But other than that, you've got a lot of the mixers left. You got a lot of liquor now, and if you're looking to get this party jumping in the meantime, until Austin returned, you could do that.
When Isla gets back, I'm like talking to Avery since she's already brought up some of the alcohol, and I ask, "Hey, question for you: have you ever heard of a forever stew?"
I can't say I have. No.
It's like this. Okay, so it's this really cool thing that like old restaurants or like taverns or stuff used to do, where they would have this thing called a forever stew, and basically it's like one big pot of stew that is permanently boiling, and like as they run out, they're just adding more ingredients and more spices into it, so it gets like really individualized, and it just becomes like the taste of that like establishment. And as I'm talking about this, I'm just pouring random things into my bottle of Miller High Life.
God.
And after I tell this story, I get another glass and just pour a little bit of like whatever upper mid shelf bourbon has been brought out, and I just like pour a couple fingers of that, and I take both of these drinks and I say, "All right, I'm gonna go see Tucker. Wish me luck." And I'll like back out of the room.
Avery just kind of like stops for a second, thinks that maybe that problem's a little too far gone for her to help with.
As I'm leaving, you hear like, jeez, this tastes bad.
Is Kanan still in the kitchen?
I think like me and Alexandria are still in the kitchen, just kind of like off to a corner.
Yeah.
Talking about the Spelling Bee musical.
The 25th annual.
Avery looks at Kanan and just kind of walks up a little bit and says, if that drink that Jason poured has anything to say, is that he definitely shouldn't be driving tonight. Do you two have a ride?
I'm like, yeah, Jason rode his bike here.
Do you ride on the sidewalks or the street? Because if you drive or on the street in a bike, you can still get a DUI. It's just different.
Even as a passenger?
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. But if Jason is, I mean, do you want to get hurt on a bike? I can still.
Well, to be honest, I had a drink, and I'm just drinking ginger ale now, but Jason is Jason, so maybe he shouldn't be riding his bike?
I guess I just wanted to offer. I have a car, and I don't drink, so.
Oh, no, and I appreciate it. I just mostly mean, like, if you're going to give anyone a ride, it would mean a lot to me if you gave Jason a ride.
I will.
Thank you, because, I mean, he does this thing called Forever Stew.
I am aware of that now, yes.
Yeah, I'm aware of it, too, and I wish I wasn't.
I'll make sure he knows that I'm his ride home.
Okay. But, and I, like, look over at Alexandria, and I'm like, do you need a ride, or?
No, I'm fine. I also rode my bike here, but I haven't drank anything, so I'll be okay.
Okay, so yeah, I think we're good. I'm probably not going to have much more than just good old Canada Dry. Hey! Air horns going off in the background.
Wow.
Bah, 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 bah.
For those of you at home, both Zach and myself raised up cans of Canada Dry.
Hey, Canada Dry, man, that's where it's
Cans of the Dry.
Let's get that sponsor, you guys.
Hey.
Miller High Life and Canada Dry.
Silent Secrets brought to you by Miller High Life and Canada Dry Ginger Ale.
Mix them together for your own Forever Stew.
Oh no!
Oh man, I can't wait for the I can't wait for these Silent Secrets drink recipe book.
Yeah.
We just all get a cease and desist in the mail. Canada Dry's like, don't do that shit.
Yeah. You know, we joke, but there's actually our first show on Ghostlight Media. Another Path has had 2 beers made after us.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, we're friends with a local brewery in Bowling Green, Ohio, and they've made 2 beers for us. They're working on one for the holidays.
That's actually awesome.
It'll be our
Look at
3rd
that.
beer.
So, I steer, what are the odds?
I steer if you're listening.
Yeah. Hey,
we need
Chris,
a
if
Canada
you're-
Dry
hey,
Miller
yeah.
High Life beer.
Hey, Chris. Hey, you love us, right? Just why don't you make that for us, man?
This
The
bourbon
Forever
barrel-aged
Stew. It's
ale
just-
with hints of Canada Dry and notes of High Life.
Yeah. Patreon patron Ice Tea Brewing. Get on it, man. Fuck yeah. So Jason, you've got your Forever Stew / a glass of bourbon, and
Yeah,
you're
they're
going
2
out,
very separate things.
and
luckily for
you're
everyone
double
else.
fisting, and you're gonna go out and talk to Tucker.
Yeah, I'll pop out. Do I see Tucker around? What are they up?
Yeah, dude, Tucker at this point, like, he's sitting in front of the fire, and then he kind of gets up and sort of, like, paces back and forth a couple times and then takes another seat, and he's just fucking seething.
I'm just gonna like walk up around and just like sit next to him, and I'm just gonna look at the fire for a little bit, and then after like a beat, I'm just gonna like hold the glass of bourbon over in his direction.
He doesn't look at you, but he reaches over and he grabs it and like takes a sip from it. Fuck. I've never actually had like just bourbon.
Well, I've never, witnessed my coach throw a dude on the counter, but
I'm not your coach, I'm your captain. There's a difference.
captain. My captain. I haven't witnessed the coach do that either, but I also have not witnessed the captain.
If they did, they'd get fired.
Right?
So.
They would get fired immediately.
Look, it's just like, about all the shit with Mia, and then like a prick just likes to fucking rub it in. I don't fucking get it.
No, he's got a naturally really smug face.
Yeah, they do, and then they got the fucking sunglasses.
It does not help. It makes
And
him
they
more
walk up.
punchable.
Yeah, no, it's like if you, now you just get them like an apple, and then and they chomp into it, and they look like the most ultimate asshole ever. You know what I mean? You know how like when someone eats an apple, like they kind of just look like you look smug. Like
sure.
any show, like an asshole shows up and he's
see
eating
it.
an apple.
I'm thinking of more like the carrot with Bugs Bunny, kind of like "What's up, Doc?"
Well, yeah,
but like I do see where you're coming from. I don't know. You are my captain, and I wanted to see how you were doing because that's like you put a lot out there, dude.
look, I appreciate it. It's just like, I don't know what the fuck their problem is. Like, they obviously, like, they got her. Like, cool. Like, you leave me the fuck alone about it, you know?
They're just they're trying to make you look bad is what they're trying to do, dude. They already won and they want to rub salt in it.
Yeah.
And you can't let them do that. You can't let them win more, man.
Well, it's I don't want to be the bigger person all the time.
I get it, dude. No, I get it. But I'm just saying, like, in all things that you've taught us as our captain, it's always been how to hold our ground, stick together, and come out with the W, you know?
That's what I thought I was doing, and then I don't know. Like, you just want to wipe the fucking grin off their face, but then it just makes them grin more, which makes you want to wipe it off more, which makes them grin more.
No, it's a loop. It's definitely a cycle, dude. But I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do because I mean, I'm sure it's really just it would piss me off a lot if it was me. So like, I get what you're trying to do here. I want to make sure that you're not going to do something that you're going to regret later on, you know?
I know. I made a fucking mess of things, didn't I?
Yeah, a little bit. But, like, messes get cleaned, dude. The mess in the kitchen is already cleaned. Kanan and I, and Xavier.
I should have helped you with that.
Oh, dude. It would not have been good for you to stay in that room, let's be honest.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I should probably just call it a night. Like,
you gotta ride home or something?
Yeah, and I only live a few blocks down,
okay.
So yeah, cool, I'll see you. I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
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 All right, I'll catch you later, man.
And I'll toast him with my drink.
He sort of like gives you a clink, tosses it back, hands you the glass, and walks around the outside of the house as to not have to witness the smugness again.
Is there anything? No, I guess I'll just take both of I'll go back inside with both glasses now.
Awesome. So you head back in. So Jason reemerges in the kitchen, one empty glass and one Miller High Life bottle with a mishmash of liquids inside.
Some of it's mixers.
Yeah. Fantastic. So we're in the kitchen. You got a lot of alcohol out, and the party's, you're about to start getting the party started. Is that what I believe?
Yeah. So
right.
Isla comes up with the alcohol and finds Xavier and says, "Cipriano,
hard.
I challenge you to a chugging contest."
Of what? Straight liquor?
No. And she turns to Jason.
I can make more. The recipe's easy. It's whatever you want, and some things you don't.
From there, our view exits from the window of the party, out and up. It tears through the air of the now darkened town. We pull up to one Austin Barker as he exits his car and walks his way down the now empty city street to the small liquor store on the corner. Minutes later, he exits, and upon reaching his car, notices that his passenger side tire is flat. Before he can form an expletive of frustration, the clang of a trash can lid hitting the ground echoes from the alley behind him. He turns, frozen in terror at what he sees looking back at him. We see the paper bag of spirits hit the ground, shattering, its contents rushing onto the sidewalk below, followed by the sound of piercing flesh and a scream. Droplets of blood mingle with the alcohol on the concrete as the sound of someone being dragged away fades in the distance. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Silent Secret. As per usual, if you want to support the show, there's a few ways you can do so. The biggest and most simplest would be to like and review our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, any way you can find your podcasts, really. That word of mouth is essential for building a show like this and getting it a good following. So leave us a review, give us a like, tell your friends about us. we would greatly appreciate it. You can also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. You can find us on Twitter at Silent Secret Pod. You can find all of us on Twitter. Nicole at Nicole Voice, Marcus at Marcus RVO, Mariah at _Mariah Clawson, Freddie at Freddie _Pow Pow, myself at that guy Zach Robb. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode, but until then, may your forever stew keep it bubbling, and may you go on beer runs in pairs. Thank you.
This has been a Ghostlight Media production.